Nigerian troops have once again shown strong presence on the battlefield after successfully stopping an ambush attempt by Boko Haram fighters in Borno State. According to reports, the operation happened during a routine military movement when troops detected suspicious activity along a known insurgent route. Acting swiftly, the soldiers engaged the attackers, and in the process, one Boko Haram fighter was neutralized. This is another reminder that the fight for control and safety in the northeast is still very active, and the military remains on high alert. This incident did not happen in isolation. Over the past few weeks, there has been a noticeable increase in clashes between security forces and insurgent groups in parts of Borno. Boko Haram and its rival faction ISWAP have continued to test the strength of Nigerian troops by attempting surprise attacks, especially ambushes targeting patrol teams and supply routes. However, what stands out in this particular case is the quick response by the soldiers, which prevented possible casualties and disrupted the attackers' plans. When the military talks about neutralizing a fighter, it simply means the threat was completely stopped. These kinds of operations are usually based on intelligence gathered from local sources, surveillance, and previous encounters. It shows that troops are not just reacting to attacks, but are actively monitoring insurgent movements and striking when necessary. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss important updates like this. For people living in Borno and nearby communities, stories like this bring mixed feelings. On one hand, there's relief that the military is pushing back against those causing fear and displacement. On the other, there's the reality that insecurity is still present and daily life remains challenging for many families. Farmers, traders, and travelers in these areas often have to plan their movements carefully because of the unpredictable situation. What also makes this story important is the timing. Recently, there have been reports of attacks on military bases and communities, showing that insurgents are still capable of launching dangerous operations. This is why every successful counter-operation by the troops matters. Each disrupted ambush reduces the ability of these groups to move freely and send a message that the security forces are not backing down. If you are finding this analysis useful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more well-explained updates. Beyond the battlefield, this ongoing fight affects the whole country. Insecurity in the northeast has long impacted food supply, education, and economic growth. Many people who are forced to leave their homes are still waiting to return safely. Every time the military gains an advantage, it brings a small step closer to stability, even though the road is still long. Another key part of this story is cooperation. Nigeria has continued to work with regional and international partners to improve intelligence sharing, training, and equipment. While the main effort remains with Nigerian troops on the ground, this support helps strengthen operations and improve response time during situations like ambush attempts. Again, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe as it really helps the channel grow. For viewers watching from outside the affected areas, it is easy to see headlines and move on. But behind these updates are real soldiers risking their lives and real communities hoping for peace. The neutralization of a single fighter may sound small, but it represents discipline, preparation, and commitment by the troops involved. It also sends a signal to insurgent groups that their movements are being watched. As this situation continues to develop, one thing is clear: the military remains engaged, alert, and determined to protect lives and restore normalcy in Borno State. We will continue to follow these stories closely and bring them to you in a clear and simple way. Make sure you like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to stay informed. The reality on the ground is that operations like this one are part of a wider effort to slowly weaken these armed groups and limit their ability to cause harm. Each time an ambush is stopped, it reduces fear on the roads, improves safety for nearby villages, and allows security forces to maintain control of key areas. For the soldiers involved, these moments are tense and dangerous, but they also reflect training, teamwork, and readiness. If you appreciate clear and calm updates like this, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so you can stay informed. Many people often ask why these groups still attempt ambushes even after repeated losses. The answer is simple. Ambushes are meant to surprise, disrupt, and send a message of fear. When such plans fail, it weakens their confidence and exposes gaps in their strategy. That is why timely intelligence and alert patrols play a major role in countering these threats. The success of this recent operation suggests that information gathering and monitoring in the area are improving. For civilians living in and around Borno, safety remains the biggest concern. Parents want to send their children to school without fear. Traders want to travel and do business freely. Farmers want to return to their land. Each positive security report gives a sense of hope, even if it is cautious hope. Progress may feel slow, but it is built through consistent actions like the one seen in this operation. Please remember to like this video and subscribe so more people can hear stories that matter. It is also important to talk about the human side of the soldiers. Many of them have spent years away from their families, working in difficult terrain and harsh weather conditions. They rely on discipline, trust, and clear leadership to survive these encounters. Every successful mission boosts morale and strengthens their resolve to continue. These are details that often do not make headlines, but they are part of the bigger picture. Looking ahead, security experts believe that sustained pressure on these groups is key. This includes patrols, intelligence-led actions, and cooperation with local communities. When residents feel safe enough to share information, it becomes harder for armed groups to hide or plan attacks. Trust between civilians and security forces is therefore just as important as weapons and equipment. If you find this kind of explanation helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more balanced updates. Another point viewers should understand is that peace does not return overnight. Even with successful operations, rebuilding takes time. Roads, schools, markets, and homes need attention. Security is the first step that allows all of this to happen. That is why each stopped ambush, no matter how small it may sound, plays a role in shaping a more stable future. As more updates emerge, we will continue to follow events closely and explain what they mean in simple terms. Your support helps us keep doing this. Like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you never miss an important story.